Another episode of me recording random shit in the corner of my room. Oh god, this room is messed up. Fuck. I'm an adult. I swear to God, I'm an adult. God, I'll soon be 26, so fuck. I don't feel like it. I feel so freaking 16 in common sense, only that I go to work and I get paid a very good salary for a third world country. Before 4:00 today, I would say that I was going to come here and do like this dramatic, sad, whatever. It's still going to be called that, but I don't have I don't have what they call that thing again. I've done something that has made me energetic, so I've done something that has made me energetic. So it's very difficult for me to convey that, the sadness, the shakiness, the world is ending vibes. I randomly used to say this thing at this point, like when this thing devolved from me going through philosophies to me, like for this being like a weekly vlog. Why do I keep using vlog? Like a weekly audio blog. A weekly audio log of my general existence. And it terrifies me. One thing, because I remember in my previous place of work, I used to be so freaking terrified that somebody will find this podcast, and I was like, people I work with don't use Spotify, but I work in a place where everybody's relatively young and they all use Spotify, and I freaked out when I was in the elevator and all of a sudden my co-worker's YouTube channel was recommended to me, and I was like, fuck, people have listened to this podcast. Fuck. Oh my fucking God. People have listened to this podcast. But, I don't know. So far, I don't say something idiotic and stupid, and I probably have. I talk too much. I like the sound of my own voice, hence why I have a podcast. I am not having enough human interaction, hence why I have a podcast. Okay, I'm not having enough casual human interaction, because I'm having a lot of corporate human interaction, but I'm not having enough casual human interaction, hence the podcast, hence the talking to myself. Because the thing is that casual human interaction often results in me talking to myself, and that is unfair. And I also attract people who are exactly like me, which is people who completely forget that they have friends. Fuck, I should go back to texting people. There are people I want to help, the people I want to improve their lives, the people who are just a fucking vibe. I don't know, but what's today's plot line? Today's plot, I'm going to remember to peel my face by 10 o'clock. Today's general plot is, God, I'm so fucking tired. I swam for 2.5 hours today, or 2 hours in the pool. I'm just so tired. Ow! Is it because I haven't swam for a month? I haven't worked out for a month. I'm just so not fit. But I have gotten the breaststroke legs properly, and swimming is looking good. But anyway, enough of the intro with the dramatic Dayo's sad vibes. We're going with the topic. At least the topic that I had in my head was feeling like an NPC and dealing with it. I told you the topic was very edgelordy, because I'm feeling a lot happier right now, after coming back from the pool, than I was in the middle of the day throughout the week for the entire month of July. I'm feeling a lot happier, just coming back from the pool. But yeah, I'm going to describe it. The entire title of this thing is dealing with feeling like an NPC and a general disinterest in existence. Well, if you have been following this podcast, you even from the time where I was expressing philosophy, the general structure of this thing is this. My goal is to approach others with stoicism, to approach my thoughts of existence with optimistic nihilism, to think of others in the Ubuntu sense, understanding people, because people do what they project. People do what they think you are. People act with what they think you are. So that is my way of understanding people. But my way of reacting to people should be stoic. Not because like, oh, people are anti this or people are this and people are that. It's just I am reacting to you as a person. I'm reacting to the choices you make. I'm reacting to your existence, and that should be very stoic. That's okay, Dayo, promise yourself you're going to really finish a proper, finish the freaking Eisenhorn omnibus. Like I'm not even going to say like a freaking what's the word, non-fiction book, because you didn't finish Daily Stoic. Or maybe you should use the Daily Stoic as a daily devotional. I think I should still have that thing fucking somewhere in my phone. The Daily Stoic. Yeah, I should use that as a daily devotional instead of reading the Bible name. No, I'm pretty sure I read the Old Testament cover to cover. I didn't get around to reading the New Testament because I didn't understand the concepts of fuck. You need to see the state of my room and the creatures that enter this place. I just hate being so close to the kitchen. It's just unfair. Oh yeah, remind me to get rat poison. Yes, I just spit it out on my audio log. I am suffering from rats. But then again, it's because I am staying in a hostel, communal kitchen. There's a hole in my bathroom. They get in here and I leave food on the floor. Sometimes. But I need to sweep. I need to hang my fucking clothes in the wardrobe. I also need to put the clothes in the laundry basket. I should do that now. Before I go to bed, I will do that. I may not hang the clothes, but I will put clothes in the laundry basket, not just on a floor pile, and recently laundered clothes in a clean clothes laundry basket, and dirty clothes in a floor pile. Anyway, and yeah, tomorrow is another Monday. My wire work has rearranged the hybridness, so I have to be on the streets of Lagos going through long and dramatic Lagos traffic. Okay, it's not that dramatic. They've opened Eco Bridge. I can get to the island to the beginning of the mainland. Dayo is just a drama queen. She's just not particularly an adult. What did I spend my weekend doing? As a very good NPC, I spent the entire weekend just consuming video content. And not doing the thing that ended my Friday that made me so fucking happy, which was I am totally going to do a full body workout and be going to the gym once a week. I cut down from 5 to 3 and 5 to 3 to 2 to 1, and now I haven't got to the gym in 2 weeks, and I'm just looking at my fucking quads when you're literally watching your body every fucking morning go to shit. And the thing is, I put on muscle mass easily, but I also lose it fucking easily. So it's you're just watching your body go to shit. But yeah, just some days you're just too sad and directionless. Let's get back into the NPC conversation. The thing is this: as you can tell, I can't properly maintain a train of thoughts. That's how somebody sent me an email and I was like, fuck, I totally forgot to do this thing for the past fucking 3 weeks. Oh my god, how do I save this conversation? Off point. But the thing is, ideal solution for me, an ideal situation for me is, because I feel like I excel with structure. When there is structure above me and I can pass structure on to others, I excel with direct instruction. That's when I had it's the secondary coach swimming today, and he kept on telling me bullshit swimming, feel the water. I was getting fucking irritated. Give me structure. Have an outline. I need structure. My mind is too fucking scattered to feel anything. I try to find structure for myself, which is shitty, because my default is to, when I'm good at something, to just go with the flow, and going with the flow is usually the most unorderly stuff as possible. But when I'm not good at something, I often demand structure from whoever is teaching me. So my current endeavor is getting C++ syntax to stick. So yes, the reason why I didn't end up being a podcasting, fuck, let me lose. No, I refuse to lose audio. Okay, the reason why I didn't end up, because I know a couple of podcast episodes ago, I was like, I'm going to take you on my C++ journey learning. So I have somehow sort of kind of maybe skimmed through what I can do with C++. Like, and fuck that shit. I cannot retain syntax. Fuck it all. I'm going to watch that video finish, but like the whole reading thing, fuck it all. I cannot retain C++ syntax. I just can't. Like, I really fucking can't. So yeah. So I'm going to go on a project-based approach, which with the help of that's it. I feel like ChatGPT is making me a dumb bitch. Not really a dumb bitch. It's like, but it's giving me direction. With the help of AI and Stack Overflow and Reddit and everywhere on the internet, and possibly maybe the free version of GitHub Copilot, when I properly learn how to push and do repository movements. The thing is, I have so many fucking accounts on my laptop, and because it's a company laptop, I'm not. So my goal should be able to just easily afford a nice system that was not given to me by my company. Like a really nice computer system that was not given to me by my company. Like, then I'd be a fucking serious person. Or just sign your GitHub account in the admin account of the system. Like, as per IT perks. Okay, as per you're in IT, you have the local admin structure. Anyways, I went off. Dayo has been trying to learn syntax. And I was like, I have a friend who, she's so cute. She's the one who I said is very, very brilliant, that got married last year. And like, I'm very sure I mentioned it on this podcast because I was so fucking heartbroken when I realized that she's not one-dimensional like me. Because like, as somebody who is very NPC, like, my entire existence is I go to work, I come back home, I read manga, and I watch YouTube. Then I go back. Then if I have work that needs completing, I work. Then I go back to the office, I go to work, I come back home, I read manga and sleep, and I continue the cycle. Then on weekends, I'm a dead fish. And I feel like I've been living more NPC-like this past couple of weeks because I've been asking myself why. What is the point of it all? I remember I went through like an entire period. I think it's one of the reasons why I started this podcast, because I could not see the point of it all. But now, like, even though I have decided there doesn't have to be a point of it all, I can be a nice little optimistic nihilist. But I'm losing the optimistic part of my nihilism, and that has been I was struggling across May, but it has been like a highlight of July. I was seriously losing the optimistic part of my nihilism, because it's very difficult to realize, like, as much as I say it so freaking often in like, oh, like, yes, most of humanity is unimportant, you're not a big player, you were not born in a situation, or neither do you have the ambition or drive and the desire to accumulate power in a manner that affects people in that way. Or I want to accumulate wealth, but the answer is why? And now that I mention it, because I was feeling like it's very pointless, it's very miserable, yada yada yada, I think I just have my why like attempting to think about it, because I was like, I don't have a why. I've been thinking for entire months about a why and why accumulating what. But the thing is, I kept on thinking about the big instead of the small. The big is, what is the point of having it all? But then again, it's like, is that not the whole thing of you understanding that you're unimportant in the grand scheme of things? Like, you're not going to have it all. But there's, what is now your why? The why that just flashed my head is to not feel like my head treading above water. Like, I attempted diving today, so I belly flopped and it hurts so fucking bad. And I kept on like, oh, don't touch the water, do not fucking touch the water. I do not think that your leg is not touching the ground, because like, your leg is not fucking touching the ground, dude. You grow up, you don't belly flop, and you get into the water and you fucking move. Well, I saw somebody who's actually physically fit, and I wanted to ask him, like, does he only swim? Because like, he was so shredded. Okay, not really shredded. Like if I don't know if he's natural, but I think he's definitely natural. Maybe because I think anybody who's fit in Nigeria is natural. But like he was like really shredded and fit, and I was like, cool. Like I wanted to ask him if he only swims because like I know obviously I can't look like that. I'm a she person, but like I know I have derailed in thoughts. But let me finish this train of thoughts. And I know I obviously cannot look like that, but if it's only swimming that made him look that cool, oh my fucking god, should now be my life. Like, swimming should now be my fucking life. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I don't have common sense. No, I don't remember the train of thoughts before this train of thoughts. Oh, how NPC like. Oh yeah, the why that suddenly just came up into my mind when I was wondering like, why? And I realized the thing that currently really terrifies me is a lack of security. I'm like, but should I now make it my goal to find financial security? Should I make it my goal? Now my why has broken down into a pack of cards. Should I now make it my why that I want security? The thing is, December 2021, I assumed by February I would be secure in finances, which I am. I'm actually quite secure in finances. Like in a microeconomic scale, like as it affects me as an individual, I am ridiculously secure. But like the macroeconomics makes me feel worthless. Meaning the fact that my savings value has crashed to the floor. It's now $8.90 to the dollar. I am poor. My savings have split in half, and I keep wondering, like, okay, maybe I should have bought dollars that time. But then again, it was like 700 and something already if I bought it off the black markets, and now like black markets 8 something. And I'm like, oh, I'm just so sad. But then again, the stock market just like Nigerian stock market just did like a massive leap for over 5 months. And I remember, I think I was talking to the podcast that I wanted to have the courage to take the leap to invest, but I never got around to doing it because time is moving so fucking fast, and the speed at which time moves so fucking fast makes me feel like an NPC. Like I'm not really there. Like I'm just trying to burn flames until I die. I just want, and I'm not even trying to burn as bright as possible because I have no desire to do that. When I was young, I was always in my head. I was never really present in a conversation. I would look through the index of thoughts, the index of opinions that had been repeated to me, and I'd be like, what is the most appropriate response? Or what is the response that majority of people have given when presented with these thoughts? And I would present that as my idea. As somebody when I was in university, I stopped doing that because that was, even now, like my default response when somebody asks something I find irritating, or somebody in that moment I do not like them, the first response to my mind is obviously very cruel. But I no longer do that. My teenage self even never really did that. It was just like in specific instances, because I would immediately force a delete when something traumatized me. Not really traumatized, but when something terrified me, made me feel, I would immediately force a mental delete. But I would know that I did not like you. That's why, like, anytime I see something horrible to somebody, it sticks in my fucking mind. Because I know this is like hyping yourself or anything, but I'm genuinely good to other people. Says the girl who randomly blocked somebody for being annoying, which is unfair because the dude was just doing his job and you just decided to block him because you're an asshole. Anyway, but I, for the most part, I'm genuinely good to people. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to like interact with them, but I try my best to be good to people. It's a conscious choice of mine, and because it's so fucking conscious, when I snap and I go with the first of it, it's usually really fucking cruel. But anytime I'm cruel, the instances that I'm cruel still drilled in my mind, and when I don't get responses I want, it stays drilled in my mind, because I choose to be kind. And as a kind person and somebody who has chosen to be kind, it really terrifies me when my default thought is not kind. But I feel like nowadays as an adult, my default thought is actually quite kind, and is often based on curiosity and happiness. No, curiosity, and if it's not like a nice thing to say, it usually moves towards curiosity rather than disgust. And that's fine, because some people are just good. Yeah. But like, there's also a comparison hoe. That's what I call myself, a fucking comparison hoe. Because I was so salty at a bunch of 12-year-old girls because we're so good at swimming, and then I was like, dude, like, obviously they're young, they learned, don't be a goat. Because I like being a star student, but the thing is, there's so many people in the world that I cannot consistently be the star student. Like, that's silly. And I need to ask myself, am I willing to put in the effort in the gaps that talents cannot? And that is a big insecurity of mine. I have never been particularly willing to put in the effort to fill in the gap that my talents cannot fill. And it's particularly difficult when you're somebody who's incredibly talented. I know it might be fucking hype, but I am incredibly talented at a lot of technical things. But unlike somebody who I think is brilliant and beautiful and awesome, she is willing to fill in the gaps at things that she's not just perfect at. She's willing to walk through them and just continue and move on. And I think it's cute. And I think it's an admirable gesture. That's literally all I had to say. I think it's admirable in a way. And it was so cute. She's so excited about C programming languages. But I'm so stuck in the past, like I should have, rather than just doing it now. And instead of just, and things, people do things little by little. I'm so terrified of being left behind because I'm not a serious person. And I feel like me not being a serious person is me being terrified that I'd fail. So then I find myself not trying. Fuck. I abandoned this woman who was supposed to be my mentor for a couple of months. I'm tired. I don't want to just go missing, my guy. I'm a terrible person. And that's how that's how I can't even leave this place to go to like a telco company, because I made a terrible impression of somebody in the telco industry. Fuck. I like the sound of my own voice. I really fucking like the sound of my own voice. It's so cute. But like, I feel like it sounds this way in the real world, like when I hear myself enunciate out. But like when I hear recordings, it sounds so cutesy, and I fucking hate it like that. I feel like my voice has more bass, more structure. Like I choose to enunciate properly, to speak in mid-tone, like as good as my Nigerian accent can take me. And that's fine. But I should learn Yoruba, like I should get actually good at Yoruba. Because Yoruba people sound so passionate when they speak. And like, people sound so intelligent in a language they're confident about. Yeah, people do actually. Anyways, it's me going to, how does this relate to be an NPC? I do things for no reason, which is to exist, to move, to be there, to be fine. I exist. I have no true desire except like that's the one thing. The thing that took me well through 2022 was my desire to change my nonchalantness. But what took me off 2021 was my desire to not be where I was, and I'm so fucking proud of myself. I know I've mentioned it a lot, because 2023 Dayo, if 2023 Dayo was in 2021, fuck, I'd be fucking worse off. Oh my god, my life would be disgusting, like a fucking layout, disgusting, like incredibly disgusting. Fuck. in 2023 Dayo was in 2021, because 2023 Dayo is a wuss. God, a fucking wuss. And when people can probably hear me in the background, like out of my room, which is so fucking funny. But like 2020 Dayo is a wuss, like a cowardly little bitch, and she needs to change. What grew me well in 2022 was taking things one project at a time, doing things, trying to get interest, trying to get options, make sure things were done well, were concluded well, and just taking it one project at a time and not letting it get me down. But 2023 hasn't been the best. That, to the point that I can't take it one project at a time. I have to take it one day at a time, complete the day. And I'm like, well, we'll do that. And I think maybe that is a ginger. Spend the night knowing you have done something that made you happy in yourself. It wasn't something that gave you temporary dopamine, like, oh, looking at somebody pretty, or consuming manga and also looking at people drawn characters, or watching GMM and something just there. Just be something that gives you a sense of accomplishment outside work, because I do very technical work, and obviously it's like a sense of accomplishment every time I finish an ETL that was difficult, every time I try new visualization techniques, every time I try crazy DAX relationships. And a flash of jealousy that happened this afternoon made me realize I still have that fucking problem with jealousy. Because I've had three recent flashes of jealousy, and yeah, it was fucking, whoa, it was weird. Because people, I'm not the only one in this world. People are, and I feel like I can objectively say, oh, I'm not the only one in this world. But when people put in their efforts, put in their times to like make sure they do well, I feel so fucking left behind. And it's just, I can't just say, oh, like, what is my journey? Because I haven't decided, oh, what is my journey? I don't have a why. I don't, like, people often, at least a lot of the people who I think are cool, like 2 other people, like, obviously 3 people that I think are cool. One was a 13-year-old chick, obviously she's 13, and her goal was to complete this thing and do well. And the other 2 are like girls my age, but they're married women, but they're my age. And theirs was like to do well for their family. They are both in technical fields. I think both of them married business people, but they're both like in highly technical fields, like me. And they're even more technical aspect of it. Like they're more like on the dev side, back-end dev side. And one is more on back-end dev side. The other one is like a data everything like me. But it's like I know I mentioned this one chick, one of the one that I talk to a lot. She's just the very opposite of multi-dimension, of one-dimensional, like opposite of one-dimensional. She's into beauty, she's into art, she's into science, but she doesn't credit herself enough. Which I know, it's probably like circling back to myself. I'm like, oh, maybe I don't credit myself. Like I am one-dimensional. I mean, everything you'd expect from like is a half-ass decent data professional and slash anime consumer. I'm very one-dimensional. Well, like, yeah. So the goal, C++ syntax is not sticking, but the goal is to build an MVP for an analytics product that is the plugin. That is the goal. That is my current personal goal. The things I keep fantasizing about money instead of actually making it, instead of actually like putting myself in the freelance market and talking to clients. The thing is, an opportunity to come on my lap for me to coach somebody on Databricks. But I did not have the confidence to say, I am taking this job. I did not have the confidence to say, I will do this well. And I feel like the way I have learned to do my job hasn't been very confidence-inducing. I know I mentioned it well, like, I even though I want to use that same method to learn how to build an MVP product, but it's one thing, it's like, I'm not doing something for someone. This is the product I'm building for me. So obviously, it should do well. Fuck. I don't know. An analytics product. I'm a goat. I'm a fucking goat. Goat. I've talked for like 30 minutes, and I feel like I haven't really captured the title I've chosen. I just wanted a clickbaity title. No, it's not a clickbaity title. I just mentioned the core aspect of it, like feeling like there is no why. Because I'm losing the optimistic part of my nihilism, which is, it doesn't have to be a why, you do it just because. But I can't find a just because. Like, somebody's just because, like the 13-year-old was because he was cool and she was at the pool today and she was so fucking cool diving and I was jealous. The other two ladies, they're just because is to build their home. For another person, his just because was to learn. And somebody not relatively recently just did what I wanted to do and he just fucking zapped out of there and decided that I'm going to do something well and this space is limiting me from doing it well. And I hope he succeeds. I really hope he succeeds. I want him to do fucking well so I can gather the glory to do the same thing. But meanwhile, I'm going to build an MVP product and I'm going to put it out there, and knowing that I built a product as a solo developer from end to end. Yeah. And maybe be serious about being a data engineer, because I kind of enjoy more ETL than dealing with the business. Even though, like, when I started, I really liked the business, I really liked the insight, I really liked the presentation, I really liked telling my vibes. But like, as more and more business people get analytics skills, they are unwilling to see your own side of these things. They want you to become the tech jockey. And I'm like, just tell me what you want and do your fantasy. Like, I wanted to listen to you, I wanted to spread insights, but like, maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe just let me be the engineer person that makes your fantasies come true. And that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Did I leave here not feeling like I missed it? I feel like if I'm a fucking high from being in the water in 2.5 hours. It was so fucking great. It's like, anytime I go out and exercise, I remember how much I fucking love exercising. But like, the past month, I have not been able to exercise, and I watched my physique in my giant mirror just deteriorating little by little, and I didn't swim for a month. But like, yeah, I still don't have a let's fix the disinterest in existence, because my interest is not going to be religion. I'm just putting it out there because that is the solution. It's pointless, but just because that's my family recently started using. It's a recent phenomenon. Because when you're young, like really, really young, I'm still 25 and 7 months and 8 months. When you're really, really young, you're just because the world is new, you're existing, you want to, like, your emotions are enough. Your emotions and feelings are enough as a just because. They're enough as a beginning. Your pride, the expectations of other people, they are your just because. The reason why you just do that and continue existing, because your expectations of your parents, you're this one. But like, as an adult, expectations of my parents is not touching me again. But then again, they never really had that much expectations. They wanted me to just do well because I wanted to do well. So it was my just because. It's like, I liked being really the fucking best. But the thing is, the world is big, and you go into bigger pond and you're not the fucking best, and it hurts that my reaction to that was to fucking give up. in uni instead of sometimes I really want to hate myself for not becoming a proper back-end dev in and front-end dev in uni. I really want to, but like, yeah, here I am as a data professional that does data everything. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be really fucking fine. You know that I'll be fine. I'll be so goddamn fine. I'll be so fine. Yeah, I can't sing for shit. I want the will to start something and finish it. And it's not because somebody wanted it. It was because the thing is, I work in a place where I'm the creator of my work plan and I am held accountable for the things I want. That was enough for me in 2022. But like this year, I just only finish the things that people want from me, not the things that I want for myself or the things that I am trying to push to someone else to use. I'm going to finish the complicated projects for me. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I also have like business people to deal with next week because like customers, projects, numbers. Fuck. But yeah, I genuinely do like this stuff. I genuinely do like building. I like having a task, having steps, and completing the steps. But I want to work on a team where somebody has the end in sight, where somebody fucking knows what they're doing before it's too late. Because I think I'm getting to the point that being told what to do is starting to irritate me. And I'm like, no, I need to put myself in a team where I can be confidently told what to do, at least for the next fucking 5 years before I leave my own team. And things I don't want to go into management. I want to build products. And if it gets too big and then the team gets too large, I'm going to have to start doing and cutting off arms to building corporations and going to sell. Anyway, I wanted to end this like 6 minutes ago and be like, oh yeah, I had plans, I had this one. So this is how I talk things for up to like 40 minutes. But I wanted to end this with me saying I had a plan, that I had something to make me feel less NPC less. But I don't have it just because. And I'm still watching, and I don't want like next week I'll watch. And my excuses period came this week. Maybe that's why I was a special fucking source of miserable. But like, I want to say that maybe next month, not next month, we're already next month, but this August, we're going to follow up with people. We're going to decide what you're going to do in a day. You have 15 hours in the day, Dayo. Okay. Is it up to 15 hours? You have like, yeah. Let's just say you have 15 hours. Let's give yourself 9 hours to sleep. You have 15 hours. You spend 15 hours a week. I want you to spend every hour of that day confident about how you utilize that hour. And if you decide, you want to, because Saturday I just wasted it. I didn't even like go into like doing it. And when I finally did open my project for like 10 minutes today, I was so fucking productive and I was so gingered to continue. And I was like, is my mind preventing me from doing things that will make me feel so fucking happy? Maybe it is. But like, I have projects to work on. Yeah. And I need to get myself fucking organized, says the person in this pigsty. Fuck. But I should get myself fucking organized. Yeah. It has been a personal code of conduct. I didn't come up with a good reason. I still feel the way I feel. But maybe I'll get the optimistic back in my narrative. Maybe I'll be able to finish something for fucking once. Maybe I'll have confidence in my skills, even though I've achieved amazing things in the last 2 years. Like, really fucking amazing things. Maybe I'm an asshole and I'm checking other people's CVs, but I've seen stuff that people with a decade of experience have done, and I was like, I have done that shit too. Like, fuck. But that was very dumb and annoying. But like, maybe theirs is probably because it's better for it's more reliable because like, you had direction. But I just made it happen, and it's working. And it's production, and it's shipped to production, and it's fine. And the world hasn't collapsed. So Dayo, you're a pretty goddamn good data professional, and you're going to build analytics products. Don't be daunted. Have a dramatic end goal and know you want to break this shit down. Yeah. It has been a personal code of conduct. Have a productive week.